Hello everyone, Brickdishing here, and today I'm looking at the complete Lego Disney minifigure series 1. And first up here, we have Mickey Mouse, and we have a lot to go through, so I'm going to go through kind of quickly. And I've done a video basically on each of these independently, so if you want a more in-depth review of each one, I recommend going checking out those on my channel. There's actually a Disney playlist, or you can just check the minifigure playlist. But here we go. Here we got is Mickey Mouse. This is actually the first Lego Mickey Mouse we've gotten, but it's kind of the first one in minifigure form. He has dual molded legs, but his yellow shoes don't go all the way around. But they did a lot better job on this one than later ones, with they actually printed kind of to the edge there of the brick. So, but it just kind of minifigure is old, and kind of some of the ink is rubbed off on the feet. We got some white printed on here, and it's kind of pale. It's not as vibrant as his gloves that are nearby. Plain black torso and a custom molded head. And I think it would be best if actually it would look better if his mouth was open. So there's Mickey Mouse. Next up, we got Minnie Mouse in her pink outfit. Starting with, she has a bow, a little bit of kind of overprinting upon the nose. Same head sculpt as Mickey there, and the bow's a separate piece with a peg. Dual molded arms and legs, and a brand new skirt piece for this wave. And it's you'll see other minifigures such as Alice who also have it. No accessory, just minifigure, but it's actually a pretty good looking figure in my opinion. Next up here, we have Donald Duck. So Donald, I think actually looks really good. You can see how the mouth open has improved. He has a hat piece as a separate piece, also done with a peg. Got a tail piece, and of course dual molded legs and pretty simple print. And he has his cuffs, or kind of around his arms printed, and that's about it. But I do actually think Donald looks better than Mickey and Minnie. Daisy is up next, and she's pretty bland in my opinion. Almost a clone of Donald, except for the Minnie's bow up there. But yeah, just very bland printing. But this printing here, since it's so lacking in detail, you could use it for like a nurse or something like that if you want kind of more of a lavender torso. Got printed shoes and dual molding just like the others, but I think it looks pretty good. Next up, my favorite Disney villain, Maleficent. So got a good horn piece and the staff build. Got dual-sided cape, where it's purple on one side, black on the other, and fantastic. And pretty simple robe to be honest. It's accurate to her. I just kind of wish it had a little bit more to it, and kind of going around. No back printing, and has the older dress piece that's kind of just a slope, and the cape feels more like paper than cloth, but that's fine. This is more of a display figure than anything else, and the cape has held up over the years, so that's pretty nice. Next up here, we have Alice in Wonderland, and I love the hairpiece. I wish we would get it again. Has the same skirt piece as Minnie. Has a cookie and a drink that says "Drink Me" as their accessories. Going around, she does actually have back printing, but no alternative face. And I think she's also a really cute minifigure. Next up, go with her. We have the Cheshire Cat. Now, over the years, the print on the teeth has gone away, but back it was fine at the time. Got stripes basically all the way around, back printing. And the first time we got trio kind of molded legs with the Cheshire Cat has been more prevalent to give kids shorts over time. So overall, pretty good. Next up here we have Peter Pan. Now I've seen two different versions of Peter Pan. Mine came with gold knives. I've seen ones with silver, so I'm not sure if you have one of those. But yeah, basically love the hair hat piece here. It's one piece with the elven ears on it. Very little back printing, no alternative face. Got dual molded legs, and the printing on the front of the legs is a little bit off, but it's fine. And we do have some printing on the arms as well as dual molding, so that's neat there. Next up, we have Captain Hook. Now, I don't think Captain Hook's face translated well when it came to being minifigure. He has a gold swords accessory and a huge hat. Um, Going around, he has some basic printing on the back, no alternative face. I'm not going to find the hat to get it off. Comes with his signature hook, and he has dual molded legs with printing kind of over it. And I think that overall the figure looks great. It's just the face looks off. and it's kind of hard to translate a long face when you have kind of a square piece to go off of. Next up, we have Ariel, who has a seashell with a crystal in it as an accessory. Got some good printing there. Love the tail piece. Does actually have some back printing on remove the hair for. No alternative face though. So what you see is mostly what you get. And yeah, overall, I think Ariel looks great. Next up, we have the one that has basically had to buy independently because I could not find it in the package back in the day. Ursula. Ursula actually has printing on her hair, an alternative face, and basically have this huge leg piece. You can kind of see how it works there. That kind of wraps around to give her um, her weight. You got some minor back printing, but the piece doesn't cover up anything. It's just blank black underneath. Because of King's Triton's trident as her accessory. So overall, I think she's pretty good looking. Even her face, I actually don't mind too much. Next up, oh, she actually took the base plate with her. There we go. Each of them came with the same plain black face. Next up, we have Buzz Lightyear, and I recently did a review of him. A good print on the face, and overall he looks good. But if you remove the wings, he just looks kind of odd. And later Buzzes don't hold a candle to this one because you have arm printing inside of the leg printing, and overall just a good looking figure. On the back here, you have a stud you can work with. I just wish that the helmet would have covered his face all the way, but yeah, it's basically the same way that they did the helmet when they did Toy Story 3. Next up, we have his partner in the series, not Woody, sadly, but a little green man or LGM. Now, this LGM has slightly different coloring than the ones from Toy Story 3, has back printing and shoe printing, but it's the same mold as before, not much different. Next up here, we have Aladdin, who has the genie has the lamp as an accessory. Aladdin overall has some basic back printing, no dual molded legs, and he has his feet printed on there as well as a patch. And he has a pretty good hair piece, no alternative face. And yeah, that's about it. Now, next up is Genie of the Lamp, but he has the same lamp accessory piece, so I'm going to show here. It's the same one as Aladdin came with. And plus, he's already a tall minifigure to try to get on one. Face, once again, it needs to be elongated. It looks kind of squash. We got a red stripe on his legs that go printed all the way around, which is pretty neat. And he has this little tuft of hair on top. But overall, I think the minifigure is good. It's just a little bit disappointing about the face. Now, next up, we have Stitch, and this is actually our first version of Stitch out of the two. I've already reviewed both of them on my channel. Stitch looking around has a huge head. There's a spot on his back, sadly. They came printed like that, so a little bit disappointed there. But in back printing, has a printed tail, and it has his little toes printed as well. But I think the headpiece is printed and molded very well. It's just, yeah, if you point it out, yeah, his entire head is as big as his body. So there is Stitch. Next up, we have Mr. Incredible. So his accessory is one of his posters that he has on his wall. Later, Mr. Incredible has his belt printed on his torso instead of on his thigh piece, which I actually like how this looks better. Got dual molded legs and has his logo, pretty basic printing, dual molded arms, and yeah, a lot of these are cartoony. They don't really have they're not that much detail to them, sadly. No alternative face. And lastly, we have Syndrome. Syndrome looks pretty good. I do think his face also looks odd, but it's kind of grown over the time. He has printing on both arms as well as dual molded arms and legs. He has a cape that hasn't stood the test of time. It feels just paper is Maleficent. No back printing. But I love the hair piece. It's the fiery orange of it. And let's get it all there. Yep. So that's it. That's all the minifigures of Lego Disney Minifigures Series 1. Tell me in the comment section which one's your favorite. Did you miss out on any which you can get now? Let me know in the comments section below. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.